On democracy. We often hear that we live in a democracy. All of the voting people shape the ruling elite through the election mechanism. The government is a subsequent result of the democratic mechanism. All imperfections and mistakes of the government and administration are our fault, and there is no other to blame. All of that is false. Usually, we enjoy representative democracy, not a direct one. We elect representatives as legislators, and these representatives elect their representatives for government. We are told to believe that these representatives are busy representing us every day. Are they? Once elected, they become members of a privileged class and want to stay in this group as long as possible. We know that members of every parliament, dentists, or policemen are recruited from society. Nobody even claims that dentists or policemen represent society. They only represent themselves. Yet we are told to believe that members of parliament represent the society at all times. Does it make sense? The truth is that only we can represent ourselves. Only direct democracy has a chance to work. Democracy is a rare political system. The Wikipedia definition leads us to classical Greece. Good idea. There were some democratic states in the Greek civilization. Hard to call them perfect city-states. Plato, in his famous Republic, divided possible political systems into 5 groups, from the best one to the worst. Aristocracy, rule of the best members of society. Timocracy, rule of the bravest soldiers in the society. Oligarchy, rule of the richest. Democracy, rule of the common people. Tyranny, rule just for the private interests of a ruler or a ruling clique. Plato claimed that political systems periodically tend to degenerate from aristocracy to tyranny. Democracy was just a stage in this degeneration process. Plato observed that the very assumption of democracy, rule of commoners, is false. People vary in terms of property. Some of them have to work all day long for survival. Others have a lot of free time and may spend this time on modification of the political system for their own benefit. They spent time gaining access to public administration and may financially benefit from governmental actions. Everybody knows that the United States forms a democratic nation. The first president, George Washington, was a member of a ruling oligarchy. Some sources say that he was the wealthiest man in the American colonies. For sure, he was very wealthy and had plenty of money to hire professional administrators of his properties and plenty of time to conspire for political power. As a president, he gained opportunities to make government decisions and change the law with benefit, and for him or the benefit of other big fishes. He was a powerful Indian land speculator. Value of any land depends on decisions of public administration. Controlling both land and administration gives such a spectacular, enormous advantage. Founding fathers were either oligarchs or professionals working for oligarchs, the equivalent of modern corporate executives. The United States were established as an oligarchic clique. There is another aspect of worshiping democracy. A quote from Protocol 1. Far back in ancient times, we were the first to cry among the masses of the people the words, liberty, equality, fraternity. Words many times repeated since these days by stupid poll parrots who, from all sides around, flew down upon these baits and with them carried away the well-being of the world. True freedom of the individual, formerly so well guarded against the pressure of the mob, the would-be wise men of the Goyim, the intellectuals, could not make anything out of the uttered words, and in their abstractedness did not see that in nature there is no equality, cannot be freedom, that nature herself has established inequality of minds, of characters, and capacities, just as immutably as she has established subordination to her laws. Genius authors of protocols talk about liberty, equality, fraternity. I believe that democracy is simply a similar term. It is too abstract to mean anything and is always repeated by stupid poll parrots in propaganda. Democracy is simply just a word, a weapon in the propaganda arsenal, similar to the word freedom. It means nothing, but helps to keep us obedient.